Career in learning and development. Is it right for you? How is it? Is it the right job for your personality type? I started getting many of these questions recently, so let's find out. So let's start with why, as says the famous book by Simon Sinek. Yes, your why is important. Please stick with me on that, because this is literally a foundation of why you should or you should not consider a career in learning and development. I used to think that exercises about finding your why are stupid, useless, and they take your time. But as I spent 5 years in this area, I realized how important it is to build your career around your why. Simon Sinek is the author, speaker, and leadership consultant who developed the concept of golden circle. In his TED Talk, in which I shared the link down below, he shared that every organization, and I will change it to any human being, knows what they do, less understand how they do it, and even less know why they do it. The why is more important than making more money or having a fancy title and good benefits. The why is the impact you want to make, the message you hope to share, and the lives that you hope to change. Ask yourself, is a personal development important part of your life? Do you read a lot? Do you listen to podcasts? Do you like to challenge yourself? Is there a challenge that emotionally moves you to help other people to learn and grow? Does helping others give you a sense of fulfillment and satisfaction? Do you enjoy seeing other people learning and growing and being part of it? Do you enjoy explaining others different concepts or ideas? If you answered yes to most of them, this is a good indicator that a career in learning and development might be for you. Some other things to consider when finding your why are your values, your motivation, your passions, your strengths, your weaknesses, your story, and your relationships with others. I have also included a simple exercise for you to go through, which is a PDF that you can find in the description of this video that will help you to find your why. Finding your why doesn't happen overnight. It's an ongoing process. It's a journey. It's not a destination. You need to know your why, because you're gonna have bad days at work. Employees aren't happy with the training that you have organized. You don't have any tangible results around your training or learning activities. Management decides to put employees on the training that you are not in favor, and so on. Or your role as learning and development specialist is not taken seriously. Okay, we talked about why, now let's talk about how. How to execute everything that I mentioned before. You would need to have a very specific skills and certain tools. I found this picture online and I think it represents very well what fundamental skills you would need to develop to be successful in learning and development. Do I believe that you need to have a bachelor degree or master degree for that? Hell no. I feel that degrees are overrated and you can learn most of the things at work or by taking specialized courses, unless of course you want to be a doctor or you want to be a lawyer or pursue a career in science. Same with learning and development. You can learn about it from books, online courses, from your colleagues, your managers. You can also pursue certifications like CHARM or CIPD. I personally did CHARM. Let me know in the comments if you're interested to learn how was my experience of getting CHARM certification and whether I think it's worth it or not. Okay, let's go back to the skill set that you would need. So let's start with hard skills. Decision making. I don't know what job doesn't need to have decision making. What decisions would you make on a daily basis? For example, how to utilize a company's learning and development budget for the maximum return on investment? What type of training would you recommend to employees? And so on. You need to have strong project management skills, which include planning, time management, organization, and communications. These skills are also necessary when it comes to organization of well-being projects, and in most of the cases it is the responsibility of learning and development department to organize these activities. Let's be honest, mental and physical health topics are trendy at the workplace, especially after COVID-19. Of course, you will need strong digital skills to improve learning experiences and make learning more accessible. Most of the people these days learn from their mobile phones. If you work for a big organization or international company, there is a good chance that you would have a learning management system to handle. When it comes to soft skills, the most important, in my opinion, are leadership and influencing others. Even when you are the only person in the department, and that happened many times, and you have no one reporting to you, you need to guide and lead others in their professional and personal development. You will need to influence people on all levels, from line employees to the company stakeholders. You need to be a strategic business partner and work closely with the company's management to enable the development of skills and capabilities across all levels. The next skill is talent development, which includes organizational development, strategic planning, performance management, and learning needs analysis. The third part of the golden circle, and the part that most of the people talk about, is what. What is included in all job descriptions or job ads, so I'm not going to talk about it. Instead, I want to share with you tips that will make you successful in this role, which come from my experience. To succeed in this role, you will need to understand your company objectives and the organization you are supporting very well, because the better you understand it, the better partner you can be to help the organization grow. You need to go and put yourself out there and not be afraid to learn from different departments or other areas of the business. What you're going to learn will be invaluable. If you're going to train people, you need to have the knowledge and the desire to dig deeper. You must know how to transfer knowledge, starting from the process of receiving information to execution and measuring your results. Read a lot and be a lifelong student. The more you read, the more perspectives you're going to get. Learn as much as possible about change management and how to facilitate change, right? Understanding how and why we as humans change is a huge part of your success. Learn as much as possible about people and why we do what we do. Never stop learning about human nature. Lastly, when you start your career in learning and development, it could be rather boring and monotonous, because you might start as learning and development coordinator, and this work involves a lot of administrative tasks. You would need to have strong administrative skills. For example, if you are training and development coordinator in hospital, there is a good chance that there is a massive part of your job could be monitoring valid nursing licenses and CPR certifications. But as you progress within your career, the job becomes more rewarding, less monotonous, and more exciting. If you're just starting or recently started your career learning and development, check my playlist Learning and Development Starter Guide, where I talk about things that I wish someone had told me when I started in learning and development. Thank you very much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, please share it with your friend or co-worker who might benefit from it. For more learning and development tips, please check and follow my Instagram channel. I'll share a lot of things there, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye bye.